My friend Caitlin, who is a midwife, just made a video about home births and like the actual risks and benefits of having a home birth. And I'm just coming on here to say, go watch her video. First of all, go follow her. She's truly incredible. But secondly, I am so sick and tired of one thing, and that is OBGYNs specifically and labor and delivery nurses getting on these apps and saying, I cannot believe someone would have a home birth. That is the most selfish thing that you can do, yada, yada, yada. There's so many risks to it. But then they don't approach it with curiosity. They approach it with judgment. And that is where the big problem comes in. I would love to see more medical professionals approaching this with curiosity instead of going, oh my gosh, why would you do that? I want you to say, why would you do that? Do you notice the difference? Time and time and time again, I hear it being said that it's wellness influencers that are causing the home birth spikes. It's doulas that are causing the home birth spikes, but no one wants to look at the real reason of why people are having home births. Now, I'm not gonna say every single time that it's this, but I'm gonna say probably majority of the time, people have home births because being in a hospital is not safe. Yes, there's risks associated with having a hospital birth too. There are risks and no one wants to talk about those. And I'm gonna do an entirely separate video on like the risks and the benefits of having a home birth versus hospital birth, yada, yada, yada. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm doing like a rant today. I'm tired because it's like, oh my gosh, that is the most selfish thing anyone could do. I could never support that. And that is exactly the problem. You are judging patients who would rather have a home birth than a hospital birth. And that's the problem. Instead of approaching it with curiosity and saying, maybe it's the medical system that has failed them. Maybe it's a doctor who has failed them. Maybe it's a nurse that has failed them. Maybe it's a hospital that has failed them. Maybe all of these things together have failed them. Instead of approaching it that way, they go, oh my gosh, I could never, I don't understand it. And then they have a hospital transfer and they treat that patient like crap. A few years ago, I was listening to a birth story and there was this mom who had a home birth. It was a successful home birth, except for she had a retained placenta. So they had to do a hospital transfer. And when she got to the hospital and after she got her surgery and all of that, she had a nurse come up to her and say, this is exactly why we don't do home births. And this is exactly why you need to be in a hospital. A retained placenta would have happened regardless of where she was, because of the shape of her uterus. But that is exactly why she chose a home birth. She even said in her story, like, that's literally why I chose a home birth, because she has had horrible experiences. She's had a really bad birth story in a hospital before. It caused birth trauma, and that is where the problem lies. Hospitals are causing birth trauma at an exponential rate. People say being in a hospital makes you completely safe and every single thing is preventable, but when birth trauma is not preventable in a hospital, that is where the problem lies. I am off my soapbox now.